Hello, everyone. Today, when I weighed myself in the morning, I was 164.4. That is once again 1 whole pound down from yesterday. Very good. Let's hope we can keep this momentum going. All right. Well, what was eaten today? In the morning, I had an egg and sausage sandwich with 2 slices of Nature's Own keto bread. That's 1 gram of carbs per slice, net grams, I would say. My mom made it. It was very good. I also had a cup of coffee to go along with it. Then, later, I had a black tea, with allulose and monk fruit sweetener. And mixed into the allulose and the monk fruit was some pumpkin spice and a good helping of the filtered milk in the piping hot cup of tea. And I have to say, it was very good. I find that drinking tea through the water heater, dedicated water heater, instead of using the water heating function on the coffee machine is far better, because I find that the water in the coffee machine cools down a little too quickly, whereas the water from a dedicated water heating electric device allows for the water to stay really hot, and so even after 3 minutes of steeping and having cold milk poured on it, you still get a very good result, because the milk doesn't cool it down enough to where it's tepid tea, but perfectly like a perfect hot warm tea where it's like a sippable hot, and I really like that. For lunch, I had a smoked turkey sandwich with deli slices, cheese, the Nature's Own keto bread, mustard, mayonnaise, cayenne pepper, and 2 slices of pepper jack cheese. With a bag of the Quest chips cheddar flavor, which I quite enjoyed, and a bottle of the raspberry sparkling soda water with a 0-calorie sweetener in there. So it was very good. I very much enjoyed that. All right, and for dinner, it was honestly a mixed bag. It was half of a Quest muffin that was heated and had butter on it. I thought it was okay flavor wise, texture wise. I thought it was a little strange. Thought it was a little too mushy in the texture department. But got the job done, I suppose. I had a little bit more of the raspberry soda water. I had some slices of salami, the last slice of bologna, and some smoked turkey meat. Then I took my vitamins, and that's pretty much what I ate today. Any exercise, a whole lot of walking at work, pretty much. There you go. All right, well, now that we've gotten through that, let's get on with the daily update. So, good news. When I woke up at 6 this morning, I actually stayed up. I did not go back to sleep. I was very tempted to, but I thought to myself, I promised myself I wouldn't go back to sleep last night, and if I did, I would feel like I let myself down. So, I made sure to stay up, and I spent my time up folding my clothes and taking a shower, and then doing the bottles and cans for recycling. So I ended up feeling very, very rewarded and very happy with myself for sticking to something for once. It did feel very rewarding. My mom made breakfast. We ate together, and then we read 3 pages each of our Curious book that we've been getting through for like a good 2 years. I'd say, or maybe even longer than that, maybe 2.5 years. And then I wanted to go into my room and do an hour of editing on my YouTube video, Brain Jam Extra Episode 2. So I did that. I was able to cut it down from 29 minutes to 27 minutes over the course of an hour. So still got quite a ways to go, but the good news is that on the timeline where I'm at, I'm like halfway through. So if I dedicate at least another 2 or 3 more hours, I could probably have a really good like rough edit done. And what I'll do after that is I'll watch through the whole thing again. I'll find information where maybe I already said that, then I'll delete that part so we can keep it as concise and to the point as possible. I don't like it when things just are over-explained or repeated. Like, I like it when, okay, here's the information, I got it, let's move on. So that's what I was trying to achieve. Or what I will achieve once I have my rough edit. Okay, well, after about an hour of editing, I felt like I wanted to reward myself with the cup of tea and the Quest muffin, watching a little bit more of the Wicked Broadway musical, 2003 edition. So by the time I finished making the tea and I got the muffin, I put some whipped cream and some pumpkin spice on it. I only had 10 minutes to do a watch through, so I pretty much watched through the first opening after the Defying Gravity song, where this is uncharted territory for me. I don't know what the whole thing is like after this. I am only familiar with the Wicked musical through like the first half of it, mostly because of like just the movie being half of the play, and also just I don't remember any of the songs beyond Defying Gravity. So I was like, what, is the second half not as memorable as the first half? I guess I'm gonna find out. So I watched the second half, the opening number, and the opening number was very, very similar to the opening of the first act at first. Then it started to differentiate itself with a new song. I forget the name of the song, but it has the title or the lyrics, couldn't be happier, I couldn't be happier. And it's basically a jaunty and very happy, upbeat sound for something that is pretty much like a ruse, because it's if you can read the deeper subtext underneath the plot, it's pretty much like Glinda being put into power, a place of power for siding with a side that has really questionable morals when it comes to the rights of talking animals. Which is an interesting, exploration, I suppose, for the story. I'm definitely curious to see where it goes from here. I may watch a bit more tomorrow. Alright, enough of that. I then went to get dressed and ready for work. I left for work. And when I arrived, I pretty much had my first first hour was on lot, which was good. The next 3 hours, front end work, which went smoothly. Then, um, around lunchtime, drove back for lunch. Um, Throughout work, I was in quite a good mood. I think it was because of my highly productive morning. It gave me a good confidence boost, and for whatever reason, I felt like I had more energy than I did from waking up late in the morning. So, that's something I definitely gonna note down to give me a bit more motivation to wake up earlier. But anyways, yeah, just very upbeat and energized today compared to the other days, which is important to remember. Well, when I punched out for lunch, I left for home to make my food. My mom and sister were visiting our family friend. She has been moved to another caring facility, waiting for her injury to heal. So they were paying a good visit to her. I would have come if I didn't have work today, but duty calls. So I made my sandwich, I had my chips, and I was watching a Eyes on Cinema video about alien abductions. But after about a while, I kind of started getting bored with it, so I decided to watch a new Papa Meat video about people putting veneers over their teeth. Honestly, don't really understand the appeal. The idea of grinding your real teeth to tiny little, like, sharp, like, pieces and then putting fake teeth over them just sounds like a nightmare to me. Like, and the idea of you potentially losing your teeth if, like, you chew something that's too chewy and your teeth stick to it, or you lose it in a salad, or you swallow it or something. I mean, and considering how expensive veneers are, that's an expensive mistake. Um, yeah, I don't understand the appeal. I mean, I know people probably do it because, like, oh, it gives me a confidence boost because now my teeth have the perfect smile all the time. But if it comes at the cost of, like, you know, potentially losing your teeth at any moment, then I don't think it's worth the risk. But that's just my opinion based on what I was presented to in the Papa Meat video. Alright, well, after I was watching a bit of that, my sister and my mom arrived. I greeted them. Um, I wanted to know how our family friend was doing. They said she's doing good, and that the facility seems nice. So that was good to hear. Well, then I decided, okay, oh, you do not go on the table, but I still love you. Alright, anyways, so, alright, I drove home, I drove to work again. When I got to work, I remember the last 4 hours were pretty good. Nothing too crazy. I almost forgot to mention I did do some like training for like the first after my lot for the second hour of the day. It was pretty basic training, just safety protocol and banking protocol, you know, for records and legal reasons. They gotta log that stuff in. But yeah. Anyways, now we're back to the current time that we're talking about. So for the first hour, it was lot. Next 2 hours, it was in the front end. I think I remember really getting into like a song that was playing while spagging, and like it was really giving me a little pep in my step, a little energy. Yeah, that was fun. And then the last hour was spent out on lot. I do remember there was quite a few conversations had with some customers, workers, and yeah, it was generally a good positive vibe throughout. I really did enjoy it overall. It was definitely one of my more favorite days at work in recent memory, for sure. Well, anywho, I punched out. I said goodbye to my coworkers. I drove home. When I got home, I needed to use the restroom, so I did that. Then afterwards, I went into the living room to watch TV. I went on YouTube to see if there was anything interesting to watch. One of the videos was a guy talking about how important it is to adhere to your circadian rhythm, which I thought was pretty interesting because that was pretty much what I'm trying to do with like going to bed early. So the fact that there was like a video that was demonstrating that data was seemed pretty on point with what I'm trying to do right now. Yeah, and then after that, me and my mom watched a like 30-minute video about a guy going on a trip to Cat Island in Japan. And it was super cute and relaxing and nice. The imagery at that island is very, very cozy, and I wouldn't mind going myself. I mean, I'm a huge cat fan, as you could probably tell. Look at this guy. Love him. Rawr. Well, after that, took my vitamins. I snacked a little bit on some bologna, some salami, some turkey meat. And then I gave my mom 2 magnesiums. She took them, said goodnight. We did a cat hug sandwich with this guy right here. And yeah, then I decided to record this video. After I'm done recording this, I'm going to post it. I'm going to brush my teeth. I was listening to a lady talk about a UAP hearing behind the scenes because I was interested in hearing any news on that subject. And, oh yeah, I guess I forgot to mention what I did on my breaks. First break at work, breathing exercises. I got really into it. I'm really happy with what I was able to do. And the second break, I was watching a guy talk about the downfall of fast food restaurants. And one of my co-managers who was in there, he basically said the main problem was quality went down and prices went up. So, very sad. Well, anyways, yeah, now, okay, let's jump back to now where I'm going to brush my teeth. I'm going to go to bed. And let's see if I can wake up early tomorrow. I actually do have tomorrow off, so I don't really have that much of a super strong reason for getting up early other than personal motivation and discipline. So we're going to see how that plays out. I would prefer getting up early rather than getting up late, though. I got to be honest about that. Well, that's pretty much all I've got to say for now. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.